Guys, it's me Lisa and I'm back with another review. Before I get started, I'd like to say I would like to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I haven't done a video in a while, but I've been really busy. I was actually in Calgary and I'm going to put up my post for my Calgary video pretty soon. I just haven't had a chance to edit it yet, so look out for that. So, to celebrate the Christmas season, I decided to do my 5 favorite Christmas movies. So much to choose from, but I decided to go with these 5 movies. Tell me if you like them. Leave a comment below and let me know. Number 5 pick is A Christmas Story. I'm sure you guys have heard about this movie or you've seen it. It comes on every year, and I guess you could watch it probably on some of the streaming services. It's a really interesting film because it's an old film which was done in the 80s, I think 1984. But it was made in 1984, but actually it takes place in the 1940s. So Ralphie, this is a preteen young boy. He convinces his family to buy him a BB gun, and of course the main thing that it's Christmas holidays and he's excited about this. So he gets his BB gun, and his mom says to him, be careful, don't shoot your eyes out, something like that. I don't know what it is about this film. I've seen it like many times before, and I actually had a coworker suggest, me mentioning this film as one of the top 5 films. But honestly, to be honest with you, there's something about this film that really resonates with me and other people. And year after year, I see this movie, and I like it. It's just something about it that just gives that warm Christmas feel. So definitely, if you haven't seen this film, you guys gotta check it out for sure. Guys, you really should see it. It's a really nice romantic holiday film about 2 women who are living in 2 different parts of the world. Kate Winslet's character, she is living in England, and Cameron Diaz's character is living in LA, I believe. Kate Winslet's character, her name is Iris. She's a 30-something, established writer. She works for a paper. And she's very madly in love with her ex-boyfriend, who's a cheat, a liar, and I guess let's just face it, he doesn't love her the way she loves him. Anyway, so she's very much in love with him, and she's having a hard time getting over him, and she comes across this thing on the internet where she can swap places with Amanda Woods, sorry, who is oh my god, my brain just froze for a second. Cameron Diaz's character. So they agree to swap houses, and so Cameron Diaz's character Amanda Woods goes to London or England, somewhere in England, and Kate Winslet's character Iris goes to LA, and when they swap houses, they swap lives for a little bit, and then of course it's one of those holiday romantic films. They find love, and when they least expect it. So anyway, it's something I definitely recommend everybody watch. It's a really nice, warm, holiday, romantic love story. So if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Number 3 is Home Alone. Okay, do I need to give an introduction for this one? Everybody's seen Home Alone, or if you haven't seen it, where have you been? Of course, Home Alone is, the classic holiday film that everybody watches every year and laughs and laughs and laughs and laughs more about. I mean, of course, Home Alone is a film that I will never get tired of seeing, and I've seen this like tons of times, and I'm sure I'm going to watch it when I go visit my parents again, because it's just a film that, will always be funny, 20 years, 30 years from now. And you laugh at the same jokes over and over again, and you know it's coming, and you know what's going to happen, but you still laugh. And of course, like I said, I don't really need to give a synopsis about this, but of course, if you haven't seen it, I will give a quick one. So Macaulay Culkin's character, who is Kevin, is I guess a really young, wild, I wouldn't say wild, he's just like, growing up, and he has a lot of issues with his family in terms of like, they kind of see him as a little bit of a rebel. He gets picked on a lot by his older brother, I guess. And as a result of that, he decides, they're upset with him, so they decide to send him to the attic as a punishment until they're ready to go, because the family is going on a extensive vacation. They have a big family, and then they meet up, different family members come to the house and they go on a vacation. So they send him up to the attic, of course, and in the morning everybody's rushing because they wake up late, and they don't realize that they forgot him at home. And of course, because he's at home and he realizes that his whole family is gone, first he's a little bit petrified, but Kevin, being a very smart, articulate young man, young man, young boy, he decides to, have a good time. So I won't ruin the film because if you haven't seen it, which I think you're crazy if you haven't seen it because it's one of the top holiday films, but it's a really good film and you guys gotta definitely watch it. So Home Alone, definitely watch that. For my number two pick, I have chosen Last Holiday, starring my girl, Queen Latifah. I say my girl because I feel like she's like somebody that I would probably be friends with. She seems like she has a really good character, like on and off screen shows, plays really like likable characters. Anyway, this is a film that you definitely should see as well. I like this film because it's a really nice film in the sense that she, without giving out the film, she's this, woman, middle-aged woman in the prime of her life, I guess. And she goes to the doctor and she gets some bad news that she may be dying. So she decides, okay, I could sit back and cry or what, or I could live my best life. So she decides to, take off and live her best life, go to a nice hotel, go to places she's never been before. And then, I don't want to ruin it, but it's a really great holiday film. And it's an inspirational film because I think, you know what, my theme for 2024 is living your best life because you never know, what may happen, whether, we're given 5 minutes to live or 10 days to live. We don't know. I mean, we could walk out on the streets, God forbid something happens, right? We never know what the future has in store for us. So I really like this film because there's that theme that, just living your best life. And that's what she does. She lives her best life because she's told that this is her last chance at life. So definitely gotta see this film, Last Holiday, starring Queen Latifah. For my number one pick, okay, of course, how could I not pick Home Alone Part 2, okay? I love Home Alone. And like I told you about the first one, Home Alone is an amazing film. And honestly, I don't know where you've been if you haven't seen Home Alone Part 2. You have to be under a rug. And here's the thing, about Home Alone Part 2. What I really like about this is that usually I complain, if you've watched many of my other reviews, I usually complain about one thing I hate is that when they're doing a part 2 or 3 of a movie, it's not as good. This is an exception to that rule. Home Alone 2 is much better than Home Alone 1, and Home Alone 1 was really well done. Really well done. The writing in Home Alone 2 is amazing, and the acting is amazing, and it's and everything is I can't pick on it at all. I mean, I love it, and of course it's in it takes place in one of my favorite cities, New York City. How can you go wrong with that? And like I said, this is one of those films where you could watch it like 1,000 times and never get tired. You could just see this film, and I've seen this film like 1,000 times as well. And you can watch it in Christmas, you can watch it outside of Christmas, and it's still a film that will make you feel happy. What I really enjoy about the Home Alone franchise is not only that is it funny, but there's a lot of it's well written. Of course, I've said this before, but what I really love is that they have this. Kevin is this. Again, I'll just give you a little synopsis because I'm sure you've all seen this. So Kevin now in part 1, he was left at home. This time, he makes sure that everybody has him. The family again is deciding to meet up again. The big family, both sides of the family decides to take a trip. This year they're going to, I think it's Florida was their destination. So they are all on the trip and they're going, and of course Kevin being, a hyper, high-strung young guy is bugging his dad about something, and something happens where he ends up going to the wrong city. So he ends up in New York. And of course, I won't ruin the story if you haven't seen it, but it's a great film, of course. You guys got to see it, So he ends up in New York. But what I really enjoy about the Home Alone franchise is more than anything is I love that they work really well with the character Kevin in terms of yes, he's a young kid, but he has a lovely sense of empathy. And I really love that about these movies, the Home Alone movies. I mean, in the first one, he shows a lot of empathy and understanding to an older man who's reuniting with his family. And in the part 2, I won't ruin it, but he shows a lot of empathy to a woman, who's homeless in New York. So I really like that because I think, these days, I think we are so lacking in that, where we're so focused on, ourselves, and sometimes we forget to imagine what it's like to be in another person's situation, and we're always, we're quick to judge. So I love the Home Alone franchises because of that, because there's that, of course, it's very funny, and of course it shows, this young kid who's able to show empathy and love to people that he's never met before. And of course, at the same time being a brat, because this is his age, But anyway, those are my 5 picks for the Christmas movies, guys. Let me know if you agree. I'm sure there's some that I haven't mentioned. I didn't want to do like a long list because I'm really busy this year, heading out soon. But I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up of some of the films that I enjoy for Christmas, and hopefully that you enjoy them too. Anyway, I would like to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, because I'm really excited for 2024. It's a year of excitement. It's a year of renewal. It's a year of so many great things to happen for you, for me, for your family. So I'm looking forward to 2024, and I'm, crossing my fingers that it's going to be a great year for all of us. Bye.